What's up, guys? BC Amplified coming at you. Second video of the day. Just a couple of hours ago, tops, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, we just came at you with the Raw 30th Anniversary Show review, man. We were live last night for hour one. BC came right back at you. We went over hour one again in the cold open, and then we went over hour two, hour three. How did the show do? Was it a good show or a bad show? Not our opinions, just literally, was it good or bad? What should have been done that wasn't? What was done that shocked us? What is good for the future? It was a mixed bag, man. In hour one, as I said last night, I said it again in the cold open. Damn! That was probably the best, most fun hour of Raw I have seen from that show in years. And I said that was going to pull in a monster rating. We're going to find out now because BC has been told the ratings just came out. I just got the text I was waiting for. I decided to do things different here. I'm going to do this live, man. I'm going to get this. You guys are going to see my actual reaction. I haven't seen it yet. I got the text saying they're up. So now I'm about to check those out, see what hour one did, see how the show did as a whole. Because just in that live stream that we did a couple of hours ago, man, one of my super chatters, Sheriff Rivers, one of my AMP unit members for a while now, Sheriff Rivers sent a super chat and said, success or failure if the show hits 1.8. And BC said, well, that's failure because a 1.8 just gets you back to where you were just a few weeks ago, right? Even with NFL football, for instance, you were fucking around 1.6, 1.7. With the NFC or the championship game, the college football championship game, you were in the high 1.6s. With the NFL playoff game last week, you were in the high 1.4s, just under 1.5. If you're telling me that all of that promotion for Raw 30, 5 nights away from Royal Rumble, which is the beginning of WrestleMania season, no more competition from football, and you're only going to pull in 200,000 to 300,000 viewers to get you at a 1.8. So I told Sheriff Rivers, I told my whole AMP unit on that super chat, my answer is no, that is a failure if all they produce is 1.8. I said their bare minimum should be 2.0. You threw everything at the wall. It's Royal Rumble in 5 nights, which means it's Mania season. You had Raw 30th. Heavily promoted. You went hour one commercial free. Man, you threw everything at the wall. Big matches, big returns. No, you got to at least pull in a 2.0, man. BC said in that answer to that super chat, I said, the real question will be if they hit 2.1 or even 2.2. Can they do that? That's when we're really going to see if they were able to produce a good show. Did hour one really produce like we think it did? Anyway, that's the setup to this, guys. Let's find out together, bro. I can't remember the last time I was this excited to see a Monday Night Raw rating because usually it's pretty sad when I go to check it because I just know it's going to be low. And when I talk about it, which I talk about all the ratings, AEW, Friday Night SmackDown, Raw, every time I talk about a rating, I talk about all of them as honest as can be. I have no dog in the fight. I don't like one show over the other. I know that SmackDown is crushing the game right now over any other wrestling show in the world. But I really want all the shows to do really good, man. But when I check Monday Night Raw, it's usually not that good. And then I know I got to make the vid, and it's pretty depressing at that point. But I'm pretty anxious, man. I think this one did enough to crack 2.0. It's just, did they get 2.1, 2.2 maybe? Am I getting carried away with a 2.2? Hold on, guys. I'm getting there. Hold on. Got to click like 3 things to get to it, and then I got to let it process for a second. But the number is out. I just got the fucking text. Let me see here. This is it, man. They at least have to pull 2.0. Or this is a fail. Sheriff Rivers, it's not just 1.8. That's a fail. If they only hit 2.0, maybe not a fail, but that's bare minimum, man. Bare minimum. You want to go over 2.0. I got it, guys. Here we go. Man, nerves are kicking in. Here we go. Oh, shit. What? No, that's a typo. Is that real? Did they just pull? What? Monday Night Raw. I have to double check this, but this is usually pretty reputable. Monday Night Raw just pulled a 2.34 rating. 2,344,000. 18 to 49 demo is a .70. No. That is fucking awesome, by the way. I'm not fucking pissed at... I mean, I'm fucking... It's got to be Hour 1 that catapulted them, right? Let me double check this first before I go into Hour 1 to see what Hour 1 did. Hour 1 had to have catapulted that because it was such a good hour. Hold on, I want to double check this with a second reputable source if you guys don't mind before I see how we came to a 2.34. This will just take 1 second, but I don't want to go another second unless I have this confirmed. I can now confirm Monday Night Raw did do a 2.34, .70 in the 18 to 49 main demo. The last time I saw a .70 was probably fucking the Apocalypse or back in fucking Nam or back in the fucking Ice Age. It was probably just a couple of years. But the point is, man, that's easily double what we're used to seeing, guys. A .70. 2.3. So again, my question was not 2.0 minimum. I thought they were at least going to get that. The question for BC was, did they at least pull a 2.1 or even a 2.2? Or is BC stretching that a little too far? I felt it was good enough in that first half of the show, hour to an hour and a half, to maybe hit 2.2. This fucking shattered that with a 2.3 plus. Now we got to go to the hour, guys. Let's find this out together. Hold on. I'm going to see Hour 1 right now, guys. Raw's 30th anniversary episode last night, watched by 2.34 in the rating. Hour 1 was the most viewed. Obviously, it was the best fucking hour. 2.635 with a .80 demo. What? Oh, bro. These are numbers like back in the day we were seeing 8.1 was the highest fucking Raw. We were seeing 6 and 7s is on the norm. But to see a 2.6 for an hour of Raw, I just feels like I haven't seen that in so long. I know it's only been a couple of years, but every fucking year we drop 250,000 viewers. That's just factual statistics, guys, and it's sad to see that over the last 5 to 10 years. But man, to see that they still have it in them, to see that type of a fucking pulse when you thought Raw was DOA last night. Guys, Hour 1, 2.635, 2,635,000 viewers, .80 in the demo. The show as a whole, pulling a 2.344 and a .70 in the demo. So anybody that tries to tell you that this bloodline storyline with Roman and the Tribal Chief and Sami Zayn, the Uso, Solo, Paul Heyman, that's just not doing it for them, they're easily in the fucking minority on that. And if anybody tries to tell you that Bray Wyatt just doesn't move a needle or doesn't move a metric, factually wrong. What WWE Raw did last night, and this was brilliant, because WWE Raw does not have any storylines right now. None that are actually captivating, and that's sad. 3 hours of Raw, no storylines. So they borrowed from the blue brand, they brought it over to the red brand, and they had the whole commercial-free first hour of SmackDown's 2 big storylines. Boom. Out of the park. You ain't getting that ball back. Just like SmackDown has been producing really good with those 2 storylines, Raw benefited from Bray Wyatt, LA Knight, Undertaker, and the Bloodline storyline. Monday Night Raw, huge first hour, 2.635, catapulting them to a 2.344, 0.80 in the first hour for the demo, 0.70 as a total. USA Network is taking a fucking bath right now in success. Vincent Kennedy McMahon is probably waltzing around Stanford going, see, it's 'cause I'm back. Triple H lovers right now are probably praising Triple H, thinking this was all him, even though I saw McMahonisms as well. But no matter who you're high on right now, I'm sure everybody involved with World Wrestling Entertainment and the USA Network is fucking happier than a pig in shit. This is fucking huge, guys. 2.6. So BC said, when asked in that super chat earlier, is 1.8 considered a failure, BC? I said absolutely. 2.0 should be your bare minimum. The question is, did they do enough to hit a 2.1 or a 2.2? The answer is a resounding, magnifying, amplified yes at a 2.344 total. Wow. It's one of those things, man, where you never fucking know. I'm pleased at how close I was, though. Putting all the numbers together, being a numbers guy, following the metrics and following the trends, I knew that 2.2 was possible and that the first half of the show was good enough. Because I promise you guys, even though they threw everything at the wall, right? Commercial-free first hour. It's a heavily marketed and promoted Raw 30th anniversary. It's the Rumble, 5 days away from the Rumble, go-home show. It's WrestleMania season. Even with all of that, returns, all the legends, you got big matches promoted. Even with all of that, if you don't produce a good first half an hour to the first half of the show, your rating will barely scrape 2 million from the 1.4 last week. It's just the truth. It doesn't matter how much promotion, doesn't matter that it's Mania season. If you don't have a show that's captivating the majority, they will change the channel. They'll find something else. They'll go stream somewhere. I follow the metrics enough. The reason that they pulled a 2.3 plus is because the show was good enough to produce a 2.6 plus in the hour one and a 2.3 in total. The show was good. That first half of Raw was really fucking good. The first hour whole was fucking beautiful. It was like a masterpiece. And then you add in the DX segment after the beatdown of Becky Lynch in the steel cage, and the DX segment, which was a 15-minute, just hilarious, man. Like actual comedy where you were watching it and most of us were finally having fun with Monday Night Raw. Something we lost that feeling over the past several years. And with that DX segment, you just laughed like legit. It was a legit LOL. It felt good, man. We were having fun with Raw again over the first half of the show. And I think that's the true, real reason why you saw 2.3 plus. And I know that for a fact. Look at hour one, 2.6 plus. It catapulted them. And I think if you take away that just magnificent first hour, even though it's commercial free, if you take that away, you scrape maybe 2.2, 2.3 tops. And then you go down from there because there's not that much excitement for the rest of the show. But when you start off so fucking big like they did in hour one, even if it's shitty the next 2 hours, there's still somewhat excitement. Like, you gotta see what happens following. And if they did pull that 2.2, 2.3 in hour one, then you're dropping that down to about 2. 1.9 plus maybe. I hope you guys, I mean, that's just a bunch of numbers jargon because I'm a numbers guy. I just love talking about this. That's why I wanted to go through this live with you guys, man. I was waiting to see if they could pull 2.1, 2.2. They pulled a 2.3. What? BC's rocked, man. And that's a good thing. I'm so proud. I hope this is an eye-opener. When you give a fuck, when you market and promote properly, when you book semi-properly even, but when you give a fuck, when you start to have fun with your show in the booking process. Triple H made a joke last night, right? Why does everyone look at me? This booking thing ain't easy. It's not. But when you have fun with it, it's 10 times. It's a million times, 10 times. It's a million times more easy because you're having fun, man. You're thinking outside the box. You're collaborating with like-minded people. That's what used to happen back in the day, and the shows were so much fun because the writers were having fun. Vince Russo and Ed Ferrara, whether you like them or not, I totally understand. They'd be watching TV shows, stupid shit like Jerry Springer, and they'd just be like, dude, what if we did X, Y, and Z with this wrestler and this, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying you go Springer in 2023, but, like, just fucking think outside the box. Always be thinking about the next fun thing and what could work. And if you fail, hey, at least you tried. But have fun with this shit. Last night was so refreshing. I was live with my amplified unit for hour 1. What are the odds of that, by the way? One of the best hours I've seen on Raw in a long time, and we just happened to be live for that 1 hour. And I was just captivated, man, and I was having fun again, and it was just like, it's like old times. You know, like, more of that. You shouldn't have to just do that on the 30th anniversary or some type of a gimmick show. Just give a fuck. Create storylines that we care about. Create larger-than-life characters that we give a shit about. Come on, man. That was a sign of life we got last night. These numbers are beautiful, and it tells us all one thing. Wrestling is not dead yet, like sometimes we think it is. There is a pulse. These promoters just have to give a fuck. A massive, a huge, an amplified night for WWE and the USA Network. I can't remember the last time I saw a number like that. It's probably just been a couple of years, probably 2019, 2020-ish. But it seems like it's been 5 or 6 years. Awesome. Good for them. Now the question is, can they do anything with this? The good news for them is they got the Rumble, so you're going to have the post show, which is going to bring in a big pop rating. You ain't got any competition from football anymore, and you got WrestleMania season on the horizon. So now they just have to give a fuck, and they'll bring in 300,000 to 400,000 more viewers on top of throwing everything else against the wall. BC Amplified. That's what I got for you. These are official numbers. And we'll go over more numbers later in the week, man. AEWs. We'll go over fucking SmackDown, of course. And we will ride this train right into the Royal Rumble. I hope to be live with my Gold Team, my channel members, this Saturday night, man. We'll do the Rumble live with the good, the bad, and the ugly review. Until next time, and there will be a next time, BC Top Guy, and I'm out saying check you.